Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Trollpasta Storytime, with me, your host, CrappsMcFraps. This time we'll be reading Minecraft AI Conspiracy. Enjoy. When I was 9 years old, the things I loved most in life were Shrek and of course, Legos. So when Minecraft was released, it was like a wet dream come true. Well, for me anyway. My parents were probably shitting themselves every time a different version of the game was released, as I would always ask them to buy it even if I didn't have the console. They were still recovering from the financial loss experienced for therapy following events which happened to me at the autumn of 11 when the green man came through my window. He reaped me. But everything changed in the summer of 2015. I was only 13 years old. Skydo's Minecraft was my idol. Minecraft was getting pretty shit, but I was too much of a hipster to care. It was that fateful day when the zombie apocalypse occurred. Nobody saw it coming. Now, 20 years later, at the age of 33, with my parents dead, I will tell you how this dreaded event occurred. It all started when Notch sold Minecraft to Microsoft. And Microsoft, being the power-hungry corporate whores, they decided to use the game for the evils. What a twist, as M. Night Shyamalan would probably say. But it doesn't matter, because he's dead now. On January 18th, 2015, I was watching anime on some shitty site that I will not name here. The anime was named Jonju Romantica. It was the best anime ever, even for a man like me. I was halfway through it, where Usain was banging Misaki, when I decided, you know what, fuck this, I'm getting bored. So I cloned my browser. The browser I use is Torch. It is the best browser ever. My mother heard me and shouted, "Bonsai buddy, don't use language like that, you prick." Yes, my name is Bonsai. Deal with it. My mum always called me Buddy after saying my name, although I never knew why. Probably a reference to some shitty software that everyone used back in 1990, whatever. 90, well, yeah. Yes, I'm from the UK, don't fucking ask, mate. My dad walked into his office. I don't know what any of this has to do with the story, but I'll tell you it all anyway. It develops characters that are never going to appear again in the story ever. He walked into his office and opened up his Windows 98 with Internet Explorer laptop. I still had no idea why he didn't upgrade, or at least not yet. Who the fuck drew this phallus? I heard a loud cry came from his room. Oh shit, yeah, I'd found out. I immediately called social services, and Sebastian Michaelis answered the phone. Yes, my lord, I'll be there straight away. That is the worst Sebastian impression ever. What the fuck? No sooner than that, Sebastian used the /GB Sebastian Bonsai Booty command and ended up right in front of me just as my dad was about to beat me and massacred my father. What? As I'd say, a job well done. See you later, my lord. He then TP'd back to Seal and left me be. Once again, worst Sebastian impression ever. Thank God that man was dead. I always hated him. My mum came down the stairs and screamed. She called the police, and I got sent to Young Offenders Institution for about 2 months. The guy in the cell next to me got caught selling weed, and was serving a life sentence, which I personally think is very fair considering the shiz be bad. Oh dear God. This is already great. I was let out, and my mum let me live at home again, which I didn't find strange at all. This is where the real story begins. Oh God, all this was just a backstory? Are you freaking kidding me? This means we aren't even in the bad stuff yet. March 19th, 2015. I was on my computer and I decided to see how much more crap Minecraft has become. I then saw that September of 2014, Notch had sold Minecraft to Microsoft. So that's why the updates have been getting worse. So everything was so clear to me now. I then saw that a new Minecraft version has been released, Minecraft 420. The update was released today. I searched it up online but couldn't find anything about it, which I didn't find strange at all, so I checked the strange log. Something I can't remember, something I can't remember. Oh, wow. Still not quite sure what this means. Could be something to do with Caesar salad. Something I can't remember, something I can't remember, something I can't remember. Added Herobrine. Wait, what? Added Herobrine? The concept was unfathomable in my brain. and still is. My life flashed before my eyes. I managed to pull myself together and call it bullshit. I clicked the gray play button at the bottom, and the update was installed in, oh god, 314,159 minutes, approximately 5,235 hours, meaning approximately 218 days, meaning I was about 13 at this point, meaning I spent more than half a year waiting for this update to install. Was it worth it? Focus. When the game finally loaded, I accidentally clicked on multiplayer. I didn't mean to, but in doing this, I made a miraculous discovery. There was a server named, oh frickin' god, what is this, Refugi? Wow, these game developers must have had a fair share of their Caesar salad. Or maybe they were just freaking high. I don't know. I looked to see how many players were online. There was 2 out of 420. The server icon was a blood red hero line with his weak eyes showing like bright stars for all to see. The message on the server was, Dayton likes cock. So who is this mysterious Dayton? How I wish I was never to find out. I should mention at this point the graphics were extremely realistic, almost hyper. Were Microsoft turning this game into an MMO? Who is Dayton? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z! No, seriously, this is serious business. I can't joke about the cause of the zombie apocalypse, as a bunch of butthurt idiots would probably kill me for making a crappy joke about it. I clicked on the server and went on it. The 2 other players online were Shitlord7 and TwilightFan69. Twilight was freaking gay. Why is this idiot on here? I saw that my character model was actually an actual human. It seemed rather out of place in this blocky world, but I didn't really care. This game was already in the shittier anyway. I walked out and saw Shrek standing there. Then it all came back to me. The events of Autumn of 11 came flooding back. Shrek is love, Shrek is life. I went to kneel down in front of Shrek. But wait! Why would the game know about my personal experience that happened when I was only 9? This couldn't be a coincidence, as I don't remember installing any mods on my computer. I came to a valid conclusion. The game can replicate the past of any person playing. Or Microsoft was just trolling me, but that didn't come into my head at the time. As I started to run away, I was teleported to a dark room, where I saw the 2 other players on the server. We just stood and stared at each other for a boot 69.9 seconds. Twilight Fan offered me some Mountain Dew and some Doritos, but I kindly replied, no, cause you're an faggot. Nice job, Dolan. It was then I realized something. If Mountain Dew was in the game, then how did Microshizzle get copyright? This was sorcery, and it almost made me shit myself. But then something happened that turned my shit into putrid diarrhea. Madara Uchika has joined the server. What? Then Madara appeared in front of us, but then the plot thickened. All part of my plan! A booming voice was heard, but it wasn't from Madara. What the actual fuck was going on? A future appeared right next to Madara. Bill Gates. Hoary sheet. It was then I had a flashback. I didn't know why I did. Well, actually I do, but out of the contract, me no speak good English, you see. I remember that one day my grandma was found dead in her own home with gunshot wounds all over her body. Nobody had any idea what weapon was used to kill her. To be honest, I can see why. Honestly, I wouldn't have an honest-to-God, honest fucking clue. As soon as I thought about that horrifying memory, Bill Gates said something that shook me to my core. Your nun was 360 quickscoped. Everything was starting to come together now. The reason why Shrek assaulted me in my own home at the age of 9, why my dad hasn't stopped him when he had the chance, why Sebastian Michaels answered when I called social services. It was because my family made the hell sexy shunin al yoy contract. To be continued in part 2.